morning at a coffee shop in Washington, and the grind is on. Only these customers are not buying just any coffee. They're buying expensive specialty coffee grown in Ethiopia.
Okay, I'll have the machicha sun-dried from Ethiopia, please. It doesn't have a bitter aftertaste. It's sort of a smoother tasting coffee.
Shop owner Bryan Jensen.
We've really had Ethiopian coffee on the menu since day one. When the day that we opened, we knew that that was, a country of origin that we really wanted to feature.
This is the original coffee from the birthplace of coffee.
Ahmed Mustafa has grown coffee for more than 30 years here on the lush green hills of Ethiopia's Agaro region.
We don't have anything else other than coffee. Coffee is the only source of income and the only source of life in this area.
Mustafa uses his half-hectare farm to support more than 10 children and grandchildren. But he worries. Last year's harvest was good. The corn crop is not. Much of the land around Agaro is divided into these small coffee plantations. But it's not just the farmers who are dependent on coffee. Once the beans are picked, they are processed and bagged in warehouses, then eventually shipped out. For years, this is where the Ethiopian coffee trade would become murky. If, when, and how much farmers were paid was always a question. And buyers were never quite sure of the source of their beans. Critical information in the world of high-end coffees.
The key transformation that we're looking for is to turn our farmers into business-minded, profit-seeking commercial actors.
Eleni Gabre-Madhin heads the Ethiopia Coffee Exchange and wants Ethiopia to be a dominant player in the global coffee market.
We're sitting on a potential of quadrupling the amount of coffee that we currently produce on this land.
For the past 2 years, the Ethiopia Commodity Exchange has made that its goal, attempting to guarantee growers a fair price and give specialty coffee companies a consistent quality product. Only it hasn't exactly been a smooth transition. Caught in the middle, companies like Keffa Coffee, which imports beans from Agaro to the port of Baltimore in the United States. Owner Samual Demisse says he and his customers like what the exchange is trying to do. Only he says it's not working.
The price definitely is going down because we cannot trust the farm, we cannot trust who produces that good coffee, so we're not paying like we used to pay.
Demisse says that while the overall quality of the coffee has improved, too often beans from different coffee plantations are being mixed together, which is not what buyers want.
Relationship is very, very important. We don't only buy coffee, we buy the history behind the coffee.
And the problem has Keffa Coffee's partners taking notice.
And then smell what comes up.
Alex Brown is with US-based Counterculture Coffee, which buys beans from all over the world to sell on the US market.
Ethiopian coffees are getting a little more, not difficult, but a little more complicated in purchasing just because of the ECX, the formation of that. We're trying to learn, we're trying to adapt, we're trying to really kind of have the same direct relationships that we like to have through that system.
Yet, for all the concerns, the problems don't seem to be trickling down to the coffee shops themselves.
We have a story to tell about the coffees, and our end customers are always looking for, the special story.
A story about beans from Ethiopia some coffee lovers just can't wait to drink up. Jeff Seldin, VOA News, Washington.